Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Screamin'. Welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Lightfall, Season of the Wish, Guardian Games Intel. And in today's video, we're going to be taking you through this week's Nightfall and GM Nightfall, which once again is the Lake of Shadows strike. It's also double rank rewards and double loot this week in the Vanguard playlist, so Nightfalls are going to be absolutely raining loot. You definitely want to jump in as quickly as you can and farm out this week, because not only is this week's featured weapon the Undercurrent grenade launcher, which is heavily sought after as it competes with Forbearance in endgame activities, but also you're going to be able to store up a ton of Vanguard engrams for next week when the new sword becomes available. So make sure that you're farming Lake of Shadows this week. It's a very old strike, very easy one to do, even as a solo player, and I'm going to take you through all the glitches and cheeses that you can use in a solo run or at the GM difficulty in a group or even at the GM difficulty as a solo player. The first one is for the very first mini-boss. If you run to this side of the mini-boss arena, you can actually jump over this fence, and there is a safe space on the opposite side. You can't go too far into the water or too far to your right, as there is a turn-back barrier as well as an invisible kill barrier, but so long as you stay in this vicinity, you are fairly well guarded. Not only can you just take easy shots at the boss, but most of his orbs will actually get caught on the fence and can actually hit you. The only part about this area that can be a little bit difficult is sometimes the wizards will spawn directly in front of the fence, but you'll have time to take them out. And if everything gets too dangerous, if you're on a warlock, you could always pop a wall of radiance. If you're on a hunter, you could always go invis. But so long as you stick close to the wall near the fence, even the wizards won't be able to hit you. So if you ever need a reprieve, that's the place to go. For the Tormentor, I would actually suggest just waste your supers and burn them as quickly as possible, but it's actually not going to be the Tormentor that's the tricky spot in this area. It's actually going to be the Blighted Eyes. Those are the things that will probably kill you 90% of the time. The Tormentor, you can sort of just keep running around the center section, this generator here, and he shouldn't really be able to do too much damage to you until you can use all your supers. But if you can get a couple of supers off very quickly, he should be all right to go. The next area, which is the bridge, has a small skip on it. Keep in mind that if you're looking for a platinum score, this might not work, as you're going to be skipping not just one, but a few champions. Now, there has been a change to this particular skip or glitch since this video clip was posted. You're going to need to stay a lot closer to the wall on the left now while making this jump. But if you do it, you can skip all the way into the boss arena, avoiding the Tormentor as well as a bunch of champions altogether. Granted, of course, you still have to get to the opposite side of the bridge, and the bridge can be a very difficult spot. Too bad we don't have the old skip for the bridge still available, but there used to be a great glitch for that. However, this still, I think, will help solo players quite a bit. Just remember to stay close to the wall. You could actually jump on top of the doorway, the tunnel that leads to the normal path, and then jump across. That's actually the way that I've seen it done the best. But then once you get into the boss room, you're going to want to make sure that once you jump up on top of this ledge, if you are doing this solo, be prepared to face a couple of enemies at the top. Throw down a well of radiance, maybe stand directly behind those pile of rocks. And once you've gotten that group down to maybe one ad, then you can actually do the final glitch for the final boss in the boss arena. Follow the jumping path that you see here. This one jump right there is the most confusing one. There is a ledge there. You kind of just have to stay close to the wall, and eventually you'll find it. Turn around 360 degrees, and you'll be able to make this jump up onto the roof. Now, there is an invisible barrier directly above you that can actually push you down. You can sort of see it once I'm actually out of bounds here. Just make sure that you kind of jump underneath that and aim as close to that roof edge as possible, and you'll be able to make the jump no problem. This can be done on all classes, mind you. And then once you're out or onto this ledge, the boss is very easy. You don't have to worry about any of the ads. It does take a little bit longer maybe than normal to defeat the boss, as you're going to just be shooting at them with primaries and secondaries for the most part, or heavy if you have it, but you're going to be doing it at a distance. So make sure that you have plenty of AoE if you're just trying to continually damage the boss. Strand actually works really, really well. But it should be fairly easy from that point on. You can use your supers up there to also help. Note that you can actually navigate a lot of the circumference of the top of the boss arena. You can't go all the way to the right or all the way to the left, but to the point that you see me jumping up here, you can actually move all the way to the left and almost all the way around to the opposite side on the right side. Know that when you go to the right side, though, more, it seems as though the boss is able to hit you, and the boss can hit you up here, though it is very unlikely, and so long as you're just keeping a general amount of attention on the boss, you should be all right. Also note that if the Lake of Shadows is in night mode, it can be very, very dark once you get to the boss arena, so that's another thing just to keep in mind. As you saw, the footage got very dark, and I usually see a comment from somebody saying that it's so dark up there they couldn't actually tell exactly where I was. Hopefully, you can watch the first part of my jumping up to this spot that'll allow you to get up here, but note that it can get very dark, and if you happen to load into Lake of Shadows during a night session, which is kind of random, it seems like sometimes you go in there and it's more light than dark, then know that that jump you have to kind of trust, and I would maybe suggest just practicing it a few times before you actually try this in a GM, if you're trying this in a GM. If you're doing this in a normal Nightfall, you should have plenty of time in order to get up there, unless you're doing this as a solo player, maybe on Legend or Master difficulty. Then you probably want to at least try that jumping puzzle at least a couple of times, or at least watch this video section a few times so that you know exactly where you're going to go. It's going to be that one jump that gets to the roof that's going to be the toughest one. But once you make it once, you'll always be able to make it again, so that's a great thing. As I said before, remember, it is double ranks as well as double Vanguard rewards this week, so Nightfalls are absolutely amazing to farm. Probably one of the best farms we'll have this season, as well as probably for the foreseeable seasons. Lake of Shadows is just such a great strike to farm. The loot is amazing, and, well, like I said, all those bonus ranks and bonus rewards. Next week, we will have the sword, so you'll be able to get it very quickly. Maybe not the Adept version, but a roll on it. It's basically the Falling Guillotine. It looks like it's going to have some great endgame rolls on it, so I'm excited to farm that out. But that is going to conclude all the information in today's video. I'm going to let all these clips play one more time for anybody who wants to just watch it without my commentary. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell, post notifications, so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 Lightfall content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, any of those things also enter you into any future giveaways on this YouTube channel. We do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. We'll also be doing another one when we reach 100,000 subscribers. We'll be doing an Xbox Series X or video card giveaway. And based on the metrics on my last video, almost 85% of all the people who watched were not subscribed. So if you could really do me a favor, support the channel, hit that big red subscribe button. It really helps out a lot. And remember that it is, of course, free. If you've watched till this point in the video, you can also leave a hashtag Guardian Games or a hashtag Lake of Shadows or a hashtag Season of the Wish or a hashtag Lightfall or a hashtag Final Shape in the comments section down below for another entry into the next giveaway for this video. Big shout out to Simple and Sinister for helping me out with these clips. Bert might have also been helping as well, so if you want to leave any of their names in the comments section, that'll also count for the secret hashtag in today's video. And once more, I'm Wilhelm Scream. Thanks so much for watching, as always, and of course, we will see you next time.